What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we have a kind of interesting situation. We're going to have the finals of the World Championship going on today, and turns out one of the decks I wanted to play was actually being played by a player, Jean-Emmanuel Depraz, in the World Championships anyway. So I figured, why not just bust out his version and give it a run here on the ladder? And the reason being is we play a lot of best of one here on the channel, and he obviously built it with best of three and a certain metagame in mind. So I figured this would be a fun time to kind of see, do those changes or card choices make a difference in best of one? So figured we'll give it a go and see what happens. So today we're going to be playing Jean-Emmanuel Depraz Temur Aggro list, I guess is what we'll call it. So I want to say I started out in a situation where I was going to switch up a few cards or whatever, but I decided to go back and just play just his list as was, because I figured that kind of makes it a true experiment, just to say, okay, though this was built for a certain environment and best of three with sideboard and whatnot, is it still okay for somebody to go grab and just play on the ladder? The assumption is yes, but I figured we'll just play through and see what happens. So starting at the top, we have 4 Jeskai Sentinels. I think you've seen this in a lot of lists because it really helps advance your mana. It's a 1/2. It does block some flyers, which are important. And in a world full of bird tokens, because we all know we all hate Auron's Epiphany, having a couple of Jeskai Sentinels could actually save you sometimes. So definitely going to play a full set of 4 of those. There are 2 negates, and these are the only blue cards that are main deck in the list. The rest of the blue cards that are in the list are in the sideboard. But this isn't a completely useless card in nearly any matchup. Like, there's going to be something you can negate with it. The real question on a card like this, though, is with more aggro decks or, white aggro or whatever being played on the ladder, does it make a card like Negate more of a deadweight card? The assumption is yes, but we're going to put it to the test and find out with these negates here. Dragon's Fire, pretty self-explanatory, getting to kill some creatures. Magda, Brazen Outlaw. Here, every time you tap Magda, you make a treasure. Magda does work with both Eska's Chariot and with Jeskai Sentinel, so you have things you can tap Magda to, even if you're not able to attack. So that gives you an outlet to be able to keep producing that treasure. Speaking of treasure, we also have Prosperous Innkeeper. Makes more treasure, helps you get to 4 and 5 mana on the turns you need it. Playing Ranger class, which by now, if you're playing any green aggro deck, there's a high chance you're going to be playing Ranger class. No surprise. Reckless Stormseeker. This is an interesting one because I like it a lot in just my regular Gruul aggro list, which I do have a deck I'm working on there that I'll probably be featuring on the channel soon. But this has a different place in this list only because, you're playing it alongside Goldspan Dragon, so you get the opportunity to have more haste things. So if your opponent does have some type of board sweeper or whatever, it gives you more opportunities to get those last few points of damage in afterwards and stay ahead of the opponent, which is pretty nice. Playing Moonveil Regent, which I'm a big fan of this card. I'm kind of glad to see it in the list. You don't necessarily have a lot of different color cards, obviously. You're all in green and red, so you're not going to get to deal a ton of damage when it dies, but hey, 2 damage is 2 damage. But it does give you a chance to fill your hand late in the game, which is pretty big. So don't want to undersell that. And again, having more flyers gives you more opportunities to stay alive in a lot of environments. But if you are playing on the ladder against a bunch of those smaller aggro decks, coming over the top and then using something like Eska's Chariot to keep making blockers on the ground could be an actual, plan for victory. So definitely going to have that come into play, I'm pretty sure. And of course, we mentioned Goldspan Dragon. It's kind of funny because of the way the format's gone recently with all the mono green and the, I guess we'll call it the Izzet Turns decks or whatever. Seems like people have gotten away from playing Goldspan Dragon, but as we all know, Goldspan Dragon's still just a damn good card. And the haste really makes a big difference in this deck. Then we're playing a full set of Shatter Skull Smashing because it is just mana if we wanted to come into play for mana, but it does allow us to pick off a few small things. Again, there's going to be situations where your opponent maybe plays a Auron's Epiphany, but they're not necessarily winning with it. They're playing it for chump blockers. Being able to get those birds out of the way on the cheap is also kind of a nice option. So a couple of different things you're going to be able to do with this. Then we're playing 2 Den of the Bugbear, 1 Mountain, 5 Forest, 2 Lair of the Hydra, 4 of each of the 3 pathways. So yeah, this is the list he played. Like I said, I think it's going to play pretty well, but we'll see. If there's anything I would recommend changing about this deck, we'll talk about it at the end of the video after we played through a bunch of games. And then, as always, we'll have a card spotlight for you to hopefully either help you out in some way. I'm gonna keep it reluctantly. Like, I don't love this, but I'm gonna try to make the most out of it. Hopefully draw like a 2-mana thing. Maybe draw a Magda. Like, I don't know. A counter to stop something. Like, anything useful on the next turn would be good. Alright, we did. We drew exactly a Magda. Alright, that seems great. I'll go ahead and take damage here. Play the Magda. And we'll just pass. So now we can make treasure and guarantee we can at least have 4 next turn, but probably even 5 and play the Goldspan Dragon. Oh, excellent. Excellent, excellent. Alright, well, let's get some mana. Alright, we'll put this down on blue so we don't have to worry about this later. Tap all the things. Pack with our Dragon. Go ahead and play a Chariot. And then if for some reason they, well, yeah, there's nothing they're going to really have here, honestly. Yep, Celestis is cool. I don't think we're dedicating anything else to the board here. We're just going to be getting it in, as they say. Do we tap Magda? I mean, I guess. And we just hold on to this other Magda. And then we'll just attack with everything else. Copy a cat. Though we could copy a treasure. And then set up to use a Magda at some point. I mean, that would be a thing we could do. I think I'm just going to put this in tapped. And we're just going to hang tight. I mean, it did technically go from day to night because we didn't cast anything, so there's that. Did give the opponent a card, I guess we didn't have to. But it really didn't make sense to play either of our spells. Alright, Storm the Festival does what? I mean, I guess I could have held the Shatter Skull pass, but the opponent's only at 6. Okay. I don't think that does much. Blocks. I mean, it blocks 6 damage. They're going to take 4, 5. I think they're still going to take lethal. I mean, if you're going to attack, I'm going to block. I mean, I'm not really sure why you attacked, but okay. I'm willing to put a cat at risk. Yeah, alright. I mean, you're gonna play this just to put a +1 on something. Yeah, to make sure we could get through. Yeah, we'll keep this. I mean, I don't have double red, but that's okay. We could just Ranger class into Ranger class, I suppose. So we still have plays for a couple of turns at least. Foretell something. Alright. I guess we'll go ahead and put this in tapped. We'll go ahead and play another one of these, which is cool because so far it looks like we're just playing a mono green deck, huh? Arguably, could have been smarter just to level up one of these, but nah. We'll see what's up. Oh, Blood Chief's Thirst. We don't like that. Because of the type of deck we're up against, I'm going to go ahead and go for this first. And if it gets countered, it gets countered. I'd rather clear the way for these. Yeah, not too worried about it. Like, it would have been additional damage, maybe some cards, but these feel like they are higher impact in this fight. So I would much rather risk these getting countered or stopped in some way. I'm going to go with this because there's still a lot of decks that are running Terrarius Disruption. And if it just gets hard countered, it gets hard countered. Alright. So be it. Alright. This is probably the sweep the board turn. Get rid of all of our little duders. No. Interesting. Well, that's definitely something. Alright. Does this resolve then? Saving this because I'd like to have this post sweeper if a thing were to happen. Let's level one of these up. Activate Chariot with that. I mean, I assume the Chariot's going to die here. Yeah, they'll take 2 for their troubles. We're okay with that. Half their life total here and then some. Okay. If they sweep the board, the Regent dies, deals 1, and then this deals 4. There's a Morden Cannon. I think the opponent's dead here. Yep, they are dead. Alright. This is not great, but we're going to keep it. Uh-oh. We'll put one of these in tapped. We're going to play a Magda, not expecting it to live or do very much here, but it's just going to be what it is. Alright. I mean, I guess we block. Okay. I was going to say it must be an old growth troll, right? Nothing else makes a lot of sense there. I guess the opponent just generally thought I wouldn't block there with my Magda, but I mean, I guess I would have assumed I wouldn't have blocked either. I only did kind of because I had another one. I'm assuming this one's just going to die in a fight. It is not. Interesting. Pack leader. Alright. Oh, this is just going to be way too slow here. Yeah, we're not coming back from this. Like, I'll move on to the next game. Like, we really didn't draw any creatures there. What do we do here? Opponent's going first. We keep it. Let's see what we can draw. Oh. Well, this is a reasonable start. Could be critical, because we're going to need some extra mana on the following turn, I'm pretty sure. Because we're going to probably try to Dragonfire or something. I don't think we're going to get the opportunity to negate and Dragonfire, but, you know, we can try to live the dream. How much damage can we afford to take here? Because I'm not sure if I want to save these or not. Yeah, this is a tough decision. I'm trying to decide how much we can get away with. But I think I'm just going to put this on blue. Play this. And then we'll just pass. Then next turn, that gives us at least some options of what we want to do here. Even if we want to level up Ranger class and attack, depending on what they do. Ooh, Catilda. We're not going to want to allow Catilda. See, that's tough, because Catilda is highly annoying here. I'm also trying to think about what do you foretell in that deck? I mean, I guess you have a Doomscar, because some people are playing that in their aggro decks, oddly. But I'm not sure what else they'd be doing. Huh. Alright, I mean, actually, I can produce red. I can get 2. I can only deal 3 right now. So I can't really Shatter Skull Smashing till next turn. So I guess we just do this. Take out the Catilda. I'm sure they're going to be playing something where they're going to gain a bunch of life. And those +1/+1s are going to matter. But for now... I mean, it's going to be really tough if this is something like Sigarda. Dang it, it's another damn Catilda. Alright. Well, what are the odds that we can get both of these dead? We can produce 3. I guess we got to try. I mean, if they get it, they can stop it, they can stop it. Save Catilda. Getting white mana. Oh. That's not something I thought would happen. Oh, okay, they can't cast anything. I thought they were going to cast a spell there. Okay. Here's Maja. We can kill Maja as well. If you play a land, you get a 1/1, right? We don't really want that in our way. Though they could pay 5 and get a thing that costs 3 or less. No, it's just a card, period. That's going to be annoying. How do we want to deal with this? I think we level up. We get in with this. Man, I think we just pass. Kind of a boring bad turn. I mean, we just the way our hand works out is just too defensive for our situation. Yep. Alright, no blocks. Ooh, another Shatter Skull Smashing. Okay, wasn't expecting to draw that. Huh, so we could take 3 for one of them, and that would allow us to produce 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Could kill both of these. My problem is I'm just not sure what that's doing for us. But just letting them get a bunch of dudes back is probably also bad. But you know what? At some point, no guts, no glory, right? Okay, I'm going to take some damage here. I'm going to go and leave ourselves open. Tap this. And if they get us, they get us. I'll just know what I'm risking here. Just to open up the doors for us to be able to do more on the coming turns. And then we hold on to the treasures, so if they do get something back that's problematic, we can kill multiple things. Okay, well, now we can just kill both creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we could, let's see, if we play Magda, we get 2 treasure anyway, so that's basically like a freebie. Because we spend 2 in, we get 2 out. Alright. So that give us 1, 2, we'll count 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 is all we need. Alright. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Get red. Tap Magda. Oh, I'd have to do all that first. Okay, fine. There we go. Doot doot. Bump bump. Alright. Now we'll get in. Put the counter on Innkeepers so we can keep punching past some of their stuff. Now, they can get a Maja back if they want to spend 5. But then we're now going to be able to attack. Oh, there's a Doomscar. Look at that. And that is a problem. However, we do have things here. Alright. Unfortunately, I didn't have mana up for negates. The one time. The one time. It's okay, though. It's totally alright. I think our plan here is going to be simply level up the other Ranger class, split the +1s, and just do our thing. I mean, I'm assuming Maja is going to be what's back. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yes, that's still a thing. That's going to be annoying. That sucks. Yeah, we're not going to come back from this now. Oh, having land on top is pretty rough. And they're going to get another card here. Yep, we are in trouble. I mean, even if we attack, make this a 5/5, it doesn't do enough. Alright, we just have to wait. Man, the one time, but I left mana for... And really, it's kind of bad for these decks to be playing Doomscar, but I knew they played it. You're seeing it so much on ladder these days. Alright, well, we'll counter one. Still going to get a counter because they're going to gain life. Alright, nothing we can do about it. Yep, pump your team up. Yep, nothing we can do about it. Keep doing your thing, opponent. I can't even say much. This is similar to one of the deck lists I put up, so I could be just as guilty of even putting this stuff out into the world. But the opponent drew very well here. And I can't even say much. Like, we had an opportunity if we could have taken advantage. This, at least... Oh, I can't even play that off the top. Yeah, we're dead. Like, we drew 3 things that didn't do anything. Oh, boy. Yeah, there's really nothing more we're going to do with this. We got to keep it. Ooh, they put a land into play. Tap turn 1. And an arena froze on me for a second. I don't know what was going on. I wonder, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I mean, you know, if we had a Goldspan Dragon or something, I'd probably wait. But this is fine. And the fact that we can just play Chariot or Moonveil Regent next turn. Even if Magda dies. Yep. Not a surprise. Now, if Sentinel also dies, then we have a little bit of a problem. Okay, they didn't kill the Sentinel, but they did take away our ability to play an extra creature this turn, so good job, opponents. So we're going to go ahead and play this, and then we're going to level this. So they had the removal that was necessary. Now let's see where it goes. Now we need to draw a land, because if we lose a Sentinel here, it's kind of bad news. Battlecry Goblin, okay. Well, that's good. We can Chariot. Yeah, we'll Chariot, because that makes at least 2 creatures in case we need to tap something with Sentinels later. And I'm totally willing here, if necessary, to just activate Chariot and block if it comes down to that. Would not hurt me one bit to do so. Yeah. Okay, sure. I mean, I guess I let them attack first, but like, opponent just says good game. Yeah. So, all right. There's a dude. Oh man, excuse me. I'm gonna keep this. But there's a dude on TikTok that I think his followers are genuinely trying to kill him, because all he does is like they just make suggestions for like really bad alcoholic drinks for him to make or try. Like the other day, it was like some drink plus like some Worcestershire sauce and something else. And I'm like, why? Why would you at all do that? Like that just sounds like the worst. But he has a bunch of followers, so what do I know? Yeah, just let it go, I guess. I kind of did that wrong. Knowing that they're playing black, I probably should have just put this down and saved this to put blue mana, because a negate would have been much better here. Yeah. Actually, taking the negate's probably the best thing for them to take. I guess it doesn't matter too much there. We wouldn't have got to cast the negate, but having access to blue mana would still be smarter, I think. Because now we're just setting up to get Meat Hook massacred. There's not going to be a lot we can do about it. Go blank? Sure. I mean, we couldn't do much with those. We drew another land. Not completely sure how this ends for us. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure this is massacre action here. I'd be shocked if it's not. Yep. Makes sense. Well, guess it's time to draw Moonveil Regent. You were not a Moonveil Regent. Yeah, like I said, we did not draw great, so I knew we were going to be in trouble here. You don't really help either. Am I able to tap for less? Nope, I can't. Okay. Well, here comes Loth. I mean, that would make a lot of sense. Yeah, I think we're going to be living off the back of dragons or something the rest of the way here. Yeah, I'm not a heavy drinker either, but we do keep a decent selection of like alcohol and wines and stuff in the house. Mostly for when we entertain or like the once or twice a month sort of thing. Oh boy. I mean, I guess so. I don't love it. What are you going to do? I'll keep this one. I assume it's going to die to like a soul shatter or something silly, but not a lot we're going to do about it. Figure if nothing else, though, maybe I can stockpile some treasure for the future. Interesting that they're letting us attack. I guess they could have another Meat Hook Massacre just to get more life off of us. Nope, they're just going to block. Okay. Interesting. I wonder what the rest of their hand is. Oh, they're just going to sacrifice it? They're not even going to kill our chariot? Yeah, they're digging for something then, because otherwise you definitely just would just have the chariot be dead, right? Oh no, so they are going to do that. Okay, so they sack the treasure. Got it. Okay. Interesting. So they have 4 mana now. Assuming they have a land in hand, or else they wouldn't have got rid of the treasure. No, just a Turgid's Lantern. We don't really care much about the lantern. So we'll probably just sacrifice a treasure here. No, that's cute. Pump Magda, I guess, so we can attack with it. Though, because of their mana situation, it probably would have been smarter to pump one of the dogs. So, well, they found a land anyway. I was going to say, if they were going to Meat Hook Massacre again, but for only 2, I could have kept the creature. Alright, another merchant. I mean, it does allow them to double block something if they choose to. Okay. Reckless Stormseeker. We will give itself a bonus. So it can attack. We'll get in with everything. Actually, do I even want that to get in? Because you block here. Block here. I mean, I guess I could +1 that, then they double up on that. They take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, you wouldn't do that. So you're going to have to split your blocks anyway. Seems fine. Unless they have a spot removal in hand, blah, blah, blah. They probably do, but at least got to force them to have it. They didn't play one the last couple turns when they could have. Okay. Alright, so we've got Haste Dragons we can draw. We've got other Chariots we can get to. We have other Reckless Stormseekers we could find. Oh, if they're just on Lantern, then, like, we're fine with that. I'll just lose 3 life. I mean, I guess I could have sacked one of the 2/2s, because they're only at 3. Skull Raid gets them cards, but you only have 2 mana left, so that's not going to cut it. So this was just a discard-heavy deck, basically. Discard control. Yeah, that's ball game. Yep. Yeah, we keep this. This is great, great, great. We like this for lots of reasons. Oh, opponent's mulliganing hard. So they're on 5 now? With the Xanathar sleeves. Kind of a cool border on those sleeves. Looks very old school D&D bookish. What happens when I click the... Oh, okay. That pet does react whenever you click on it. That's pretty sweet. Yep. We're going to go ahead and get green. And just say, if you got the things, you got the things. Let's do it. Oh, nice. Their little eyes do things on this beholder. That's sweet. He has an eye beam. Gotta love it. You know, I'm a little bit leery. I don't think I necessarily want to play the Chariot here. Because, again, too many people are playing Durari's Disruptions and Negates. So, I think I'm just going to do this. And then I'm going to test the waters with this. And this still sets us up to play something bigger next turn if we find the mana or whatever. Alright, we'll attack with the dog here. Or the wolf. I call them dogs. I know it's stupid. Alright. Cathartic Pyre. Alright. Been seeing that in a few lists too, so it's kind of interesting to see that floating around. Very similar, Akani. I think it's like 2 cards, 3 cards different, but very similar list, yes. Okay, let's go with this. And let's pump the other one of these, right? Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah. We'll just make the extra treasure so we have it for later. Level up this one. And then we'll attack. Dog gets doubled up. Alright, opponent. We've got a lot of damage next turn. And we're going to be able to level up a ranger class as well. This is not a bad spot to be in here. Oh, boy. That's the best they've got this turn? That's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 at a minimum. And that's assuming we don't find anything hasty off the top. Yeah, they're going to have to bounce something or whatever here. Okay, well, we didn't find anything. So that's a bonus for the opponent. Though, we could... You know what? I may hold on to that, honestly. Because if we don't kill them and they do have a bounce spell or a sweeper or something or whatever here, we want to at least give ourselves some other options. So let's tap this. Just so we can get in with more attackers. Because again, don't know what the opponent's up to here. And we're going to go ahead... I probably should have leveled up first so I could see what was on top and decide if I want to attack with these. But the opponent's so low, I think I'm attacking with everything regardless. I mean, if they want to bounce our chariot, whatever. We'll just replay it. Yep, assumed that might be the case. We will pump this, and we will pump this one. And do we even need to play the other one here? I'm trying to think what's the worst the opponent's going to do. Well, we could play Chariot and this next turn. Nah, we're just going to level one of these. Oh, just land on top. Okay, then. I mean, this is a ton of damage. I mean, I don't know what the opponent's going to have here. I mean, I guess they could have the Battle of Frost and Fire, but then we just follow up with their other 2 cards the next turn. Or if we get lucky and there's a dragon below this, then we're good. Okay, yeah, that's game. Don't think there's anything they're going to find here that's going to matter. Unless it's like, yeah, say like double Fading Hope or something, but that doesn't even do it. Smoking 137. Probably going to have to put this on red. Alright, we keep it. It's not the best, but it's far from bad. Okay. Let's do it to it. Our Despair Sentinel didn't get hit with the Blood Chief's Thirst. That's nice. No attacks. Honestly, man, Shambling Gas is so randomly good because there it's like, well, I don't know if you need treasure or if you want to kill my Sentinel, but I don't like either part of that. Alright, let's go ahead and just play this. Oh, they have a spot removal for it, don't they? Nope, okay. They're just going to sacrifice and get all the treasures. Yep. That's such a good play. I put that into several of my decks. I mean, being able to go into 5 mana on turn 3 is so big. Especially like here, right? If you have... Oh, I was going to say, if they had a Meat Hook Massacre, they could have wiped our board. Which would have been pretty strong, not going to lie. And not drawing land actually puts us in a spot here because of what we're up against. You kind of want to be able to just play Negate here. Not cool. Man, what do we do? This is actually bad because we can't even attack with anything, really. God, we need another land really badly. Yeah, this is just like the worst situation. Boy. I guess the best thing we can do is just level up Ranger class? And then just attack with everything? Kind of sucks, but... Ugh. Man, that hurts. Any land would have been good here. Would have opened up a lot of options. I guess we'll give it to that so we can spread damage around. Put it there, I guess. Because I assume you want to kill Jeskai Sentinel or something at this point. I would. If you know I'm stuck on mana. Alright, so we got what we wanted out of that. At least the Stormseeker got flipped. Don't know if it's going to amount to anything, though. We might just lose this one to no lands. Yep. No surprise. Oh, well, we did find land a bit late, but we found it. Sadly, it's got to go on red, so at some point we can anticipate actually casting this Goldspan Dragon. Yeah, I don't know how it remotely is going to be possible for us to get out of this, but if we do, this is going to be amazing. The eye twitch is going to make it even more difficult. Ah, and it's a tap land. Gosh dang it. Yep, yep. Yeah, we're just going to move on to the next one. We're not coming back from that. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably be doing so much better all the time. Alright, we'll keep this. Probably scrapping... I guess it has to be Dragonfire, sadly. Well, I say that. The opponent has something like a Luminarch Aspirant. Maybe we could erase it? Alright, I'm gonna gamble. I was thinking I might keep that over a Ranger class, though. And it still might be the correct answer, but here's where we are. I have chosen violence. We'll just pass. We'll make treasures, see if we can draw a land. Ooh, glimpse the cosmos. That's a bit concerning. Alright, so our plan is probably going to be get dragon out and then get the dragon with the +1/+1. So we don't actually have a chance of losing it to Battle of Frost and Fire. Well. Gotta go for it. Okay. I think we just leave that up. So we can negate something, and then next turn we can Ranger class plus pump, or level, Yep, they can have that. Like, we're gonna hold on to this negate as though it's our last golden ticket to get into the chocolate factory. Because we're smart enough not to eat the dumb bubble gum or whatever that stuff is that turns you all purple. I haven't seen that movie in so long. I never even saw the new one. The one that had like Johnny Depp or whatever. I say new. That thing's what, like 12 years old or something now? We attack with Magda and that. We get the treasure. We got to do this first, right? All right. I'm gonna take the safe route here. Well, is that what we want to negate? I guess so. I mean, it's as good as anything. We get more damage in and speed up the clock, so. Well, we get more treasure to pump. And then we attack with everything. And then I think I'm willing to crack one of those to play these. Yeah. All right. So now we have all... We did all this on 2 mana, by the way. Which is absolutely ridiculous. Opponent's at 8, though. So, I mean... Whatever they do probably involves bouncing the dragon, but that's still 2, 4, 5, 6, 7... Well, that's still 8. Yeah. GG's. Somebody who was like number... They were like in the top 15 or 20 or whatever. And I just got boat raced. I mean, I got blown up. And I was just like, okay, well, that tells me the difference in skill level. Like, I am not there. You know what I mean? Like, just to know that was just like, ooh. It hurt a little bit. So even being at the top, and that's basically me saying, like, I crossed the mythic threshold, but the people at that very top echelon were definitely better than I was, right? And, you know, and even in Madden, that applied. But yeah, it's interesting, though. I mean, it's an interesting conversation to have, for sure. All right, not sure what I'm hoping for here. Not that, though. That was not it. I'm going to go ahead and play this untapped. Because this could very well be something like... I guess this could be like Clerics or something. Maybe? It is. So now this creates a different thing. Because if I think the next card they're going to play is... Righteous Valkyrie. I need to be able to kill the Valkyrie with this down. Ugh. Alright, we'll pass. I'm a big fan of that card, though. Alright, I don't love this, but... Tis what it is. It was really tempting there to pump the... Jeskai Sentinel and see if they would block and trade, but that just feels too risky with the cards in our hand. Knowing that I have to have 4 mana next turn. Okay, so they didn't have it. That's good to know. Alright, I guess I should have killed that damn thing when I could have. This is a little weird now, isn't it? What's the best we could do here? We could play that. Now, I only can make 5 mana this turn. And everything I have needs 6 mana. How inconvenient. Alright then. I mean, I don't love it, but what are we going to do, you know? Alright. I was assuming they weren't going to block. This could just as well be an aura here too, which is not going to be good for our health. No, a Null Priest. Alright. Oh, and another Aspirant. Oh, not good. Not good. We are built to beat some things, but not this. Okay, so what's the best thing we could do here? Play the Regents, give the Regent haste, because we're not going to be able to block their thing anyway. Actually, yeah, I guess so. Opponent's going to gain at least 6 life here. So they're going to go back to 14. We're going to go down to 10. We can attack for 4, 6, 10. And we're not going to be able to kill them. Not sure what our plan is here, though. Oh, that doesn't help. I mean, I guess if we play the Chariots, we get to make an additional blocker because we can give the Chariot haste. We could discard our hand to maybe find something else other than the last Moonveil Regent. This is tough. I think this is what I have to do. I'm just trying to decide if I want to discard to the Moonveil Regent or not. But I feel like if it gets close enough, we could still give the other Moonveil haste. So I don't think we want to do that. Decline. Is this it? Yeah, I guess so. Make that a hasty boy. Alright, so we're not gonna die here. Oh, they're just trading. Okay. Didn't know that was even an option. Okay, then. Okay, so that's a 6 toughness. We're gonna have to end up, if we don't block, we're gonna have to end up leaving 3 things back next turn. In case they get a spot removal. Okay, so they're not even attacking. That actually worked out really well for us. We can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, 1 short of being able to kill that. Man, that would have been big. Doesn't matter here, though. Opponent's at 10. We've got 8, 9, 10. If we attack with ground forces, though, they get to block. No, we're going to decline. Because realistically, I should just be killing the Luminarch Aspirant here. Tapping a cat. Just 1. And now I get a free card. Yep, we will take action. Ooh, that could have been good earlier. Give this one haste. Do you have a way to kill a Moonveil Regent? That is a question. They don't! Ooh, we made a comeback. Oh. Alright. Let's see what we can do with this. I mean, this isn't super special. I mean, this is like Sentinel into Innkeeper and then hope we can get a Goldspan Dragon off, I think is what we're going to be doing. Playing against red-white. Do I want to tap those and just Innkeeper because? I mean, because we still can do the same things next turn, but we end up getting more life because of it. So, sure, I'm game. Alright. Let's see what the opponent's up to. They might just, like, I was going to say Elite Spellbinder us, but that's not what we're up against at all here. Okay. We might need that on green. Let's put this on red. And let's just go ahead and get after it. If you got us, opponent, you're going to get us. Now 15 if we do this next turn. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 if we play it out. That's 2 more. That's 5. We're not going to kill them anyway if we play this, so let's not make ourselves susceptible to a Doomscar or anything. Emerith. Fair. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that kind of changes things. If we play this one... Man. Well, this gives us 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'd be able to play this, but we can't trigger when we attack. Ugh, so close. So close. Alright. And then I think we just tap this and this. And then I'm going to get in there with all of it. And if you block or you don't, fine by me. Yeah, end the turn. I mean, we almost have enough mana that we could just off the Emerith even with its ward ability. Yeah, not sure what the plan was there if you're not going to block the Goldspan Dragon, though. Like, you must have something in hand. But I just set that up so this turn we could try to resolve a Goldspan Dragon attack. If something happens to the first one, we'll turn the other one into a 5/5, and then that's lethal on the ground otherwise. So let's see what they've got going here. They're manually tapping to leave some amount of mana open here. Nope, they changed their mind. Hey, Brett. Deluge. Okay. What are they looking for here with a red and a white open? Like a land and something? Yeah, I don't know if the opponent has any real... I mean, they don't know we have another Goldspan Dragon, but... Chariot also is not bad. Yeah. Let's crack this for double red. So we can get in with the max number of attackers. Put the counter on the Goldspan Dragon. Yep. Alright, Xaxes. Cool, I'll take it. Overall, that played about what we expected. It's very similar to the, like we said, the Gruul aggro decks. Just making room for a little bit of defense in those negates. The mana didn't really come out too badly. The only downside is sometimes you kind of have to decide how much you really want to put something on blue when you're on the pathways. Just because you know you only really have 2 cards you're going to be casting with it. So sometimes you kind of have to just say, well, F it. If I don't have the blue, I don't have it when I draw the negates. And you want to make sure you have your double red, double green. So outside of that, I think you don't really have any other like real tough decisions to make. And there are a couple of times that like having the negate's going to feel bad because, I mean, maybe you get to counter like a Blizzard Brawl or something and it's going to be like the best thing you can do. But outside of those little situations, I think overall the deck is actually still really good. So if you want to play it on ladder, even in best of one, it's a real viable decision. Go for it. You should have a lot of fun. The cards are very good. It's playing lots of powerful cards. So yeah, not much to complain about. It was actually pretty fun. I say go for it. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Zombie Master. And this is a good example of how just like new cards coming up can make old cards valuable, right? We talked about this on some other cards, but pretty much once you saw that stuff like, let's just say Midnight Hunt as a whole was coming out, you knew there was going to be a good chance there were going to be zombies, werewolves, vampires. So everything that referenced those or could be played in those starts going up in value. So you can almost like see that in advance. And this is exactly what happened with Zombie Master, right? You have a whole group of players that weren't around when the last Innistrad sets came out, right? So now it's like, oh, well, they get excited about it. They find out what Innistrad's about. And now a lot of them are probably making commander decks and they're going through and finding all the things that help zombies. Well, it happens to be Zombie Master. And even so, it's been reprinted in 4th edition way back when. Like, they're all like $10 right now. So go dig up your Zombie Master. It's actually worth a little bit. Don't forget, if you want today's deck list, you will be able to get it down in the description below, along with links for our Facebook gaming stream, our Twitch streams, and our Discord. So if you want to come by and get to put some input in on what's going to appear in these videos, check out the streams. If you just want help with your deck list and stuff, well, come by the Discord. We're having lots of fun conversations over there. And please do not forget, like, subscribe, share, notify, do all that fun stuff. You know, send it in an airplane to your friend across the room so they will go check out the video, because your support is really what helps the channel grow. I really appreciate it. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.